So hello everyone who's just joined us or is watching the video. I am Season and I am joined by Citanul, I think it's called. Citanul, right?
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
Citanul.
Awesome. Citanul, and we are casting Go4LoL number 81, round 5 or 4?
It's 6. It's 6.
Oh yeah, round 6. Wow, it goes really fast. And it is LLL versus CG. First off, we're gonna have a ban of Carthus. Apparently, LLL doesn't really like Carthus. Just like they really don't like playing against Ari, or at least Durfs doesn't. And we've got a Janna ban from CG, actually quite a common ban later in this tournament apparently. I think it's just that Janna is like the best support at the moment, and if your support can't play her, you can just ban her and then you don't have to deal with that. Besides, it's a pretty good ban because she's just really strong. We've got the Ari ban because Dervs can't doesn't want to play against her. He's sick of her, or that's what he told me. And we got a Shyvana ban because it's a freaking dragon. It goes Fushro down, insta kills Baron. So yeah, no, it's just that she's highly mobile, doesn't use mana, can go both top, jungle. It's just generally a pretty strong champion. And we've got a Carthus ban as well. So that's free APs ban that because they think AP carries are overpowered. Now we got a Shan ban, which is pretty standard too.
Was the third ban of LLL? Because my client is bugged, but didn't they ban Carthus, Ari, and then what?
Cassin.
Oh, Casman, okay.
And Shan got banned on the other side. First pick is... Oh wait, I need to turn up this music. Wah. Sorry guys. Completely forgot that.
Yeah, apparently LLL has been banning AP mids the entire tournament. Mainly Ari and then Cassidy and Carthus thrown in there, sometimes a Morgana. The opposing team not having first pick, banning out Jaina and Shan, considered to be the two best champions to pick up as a first pick, so they don't want to see that happen.
Yeah, and Morgana is actually going to get picked up by LLL right here. That's going to be pretty good because Morgana is just a really good champion. And we're going to have a Fiora pickup. That's going to be... Oh, no, it's not going to be Fiora. It's going to be Lee Sin and Aurelia, unless they change again. Which should be a dick move. Yeah, it's going to be Gragas. Gragas? Please? Look, or something. I hate having to correct myself all the time. Anyway, Gragas is actually a pretty good pick against Morgana because he can push really well, and she can't really stop him from farming. And yeah, it's going to change Lee Sin to Alistair and back. Guys, jeez, stop doing this. And it's going to be Alistair instead of Gragas. No, it's going to be Akali. I hate these people.
Maybe you should wait until they actually lock in. And
yeah, I know. I bet they're watching and they're doing it on purpose. Okay, so it's going to be a lock on Lee Sin and a lock on Alistair. So it's either going to be support Alistair and then jungle or top Lee Sin, or it's going to be jungle Alistair and Lee Sin can go top and jungle. Could be anything. I have no idea. I still have no idea. They looked in, still have no idea. So we're going to see what LLL picks up right now. And it's going to be an Ashe and... I'm pretty sure they're gonna lock Ashe down. They might be listening to me and going, we should totally change all the time.
I'm actually not convinced if they should run Jungle Alistair. I think it's gonna be the support. Because if you run Jungle Alistair, it's not that good at ganking a Morgana due to the spell shield. Actually, ganking a Morgana is really hard in general. But at least Lee Sin can close the gap and then do some damage. Alistair has no form of CC on her once that black shield is up.
Yeah, unless it gets popped. But yeah, you're right. There's going to be a Nunu Ashe lane, which is a pretty good lane. Because you're going to harass quite a bit. People always underestimate the poke of Ashe, but she has quite a lot of poke on her volley. And we're going to have a Orianna pickup. That's going to be kind of interesting, and a Corki as well. So Orianna is not played that much anymore. I think she's pretty decent. It's just that she's too hard to play for most people. They just don't feel like playing it because it takes effort. And we're going to have a Riven pickup. I don't know if that's a good idea because they can still counter pick him. Because they can pick, like they can pick, if they put Alistair bot, they can just jungle with Lee Sin and then pick a counter pick for Riven. We'll see what happens though. There's going to be a Maokai pickup, and it's actually going to be Cannon. So they want to go for the AoE comp with Nunu, Morgana, Cannon. Oh no, Cannon's going to get cancelled again. I don't know. Maokai seems pretty likely though, because they don't want the enemy team to stop them from having AoE, which is what Maokai does. And there comes Riven. Riven is also pretty AoE based, with her stun and her Q and her ultimate all doing quite a lot of AoE damage. So we'll see what's going to be the last pick. It's going to be Gragas. So yeah, it's going to be Alistair support, Lee Sin jungle, and Gragas mid, or Gragas top. Wait, huh?
Yeah, they'll probably be running Gragas top, but that's not really such a strong pick against the Riven. Yeah, they're gonna switch that.
Yeah, okay, so it's gonna be Warwick top most likely. Okay. So yeah, Warwick top, Lee Sin jungle. Have some switches to still go for. Here we go. Now Corki with Alistair. No, it's gonna be the teams. Okay, so let's do runes and masteries. Alibaba is gonna have his armor, health, magic resist base that he's been using all tournament, and 0921. And Dervs with his Morgana is gonna go for experience, magic pen, scaling mana regen, and flat magic resist, going for 9021. That's the base he used earlier on Morgana. He really doesn't like the AP in the offense apparently, nor in the runes. And Funi with his Ash is going to go for armor, attack speed, attack damage, and more attack damage. And his runes are going to be 2190. Actually, he also had 10 armor pen in that on his marks. Next up is Starzon with his Maokai, going for flat AP, scaling magic resist, and a lot of armor. The AP is to make sure he can do raves with his saplings only. He's going for 0219, and Young Buck with his Riven is going to go for physical damage, armor, and scaling magic resist, and he's going for 2181. So next up is core damage with his Alistair. Gonna go for mana regen, gold per 10, and armor. And his masteries are going to be 013 17. Next up is Corki from Jalamir. He is gonna go for magic resist, physical damage, using that glyph to round off upwards on his last AD, and some armor. He's gonna go for 2190. And we're going for Warwick next from Lacruzo 7, and he's gonna go for magic pen, magic resist, and a lot of flat armor. He's going 023 7. Apparently he wants to reduce the reduction of damage by 2 really badly, for some reason. I don't really know why, but hey, he's probably better at the game than I am. And we've got Reigns with his Oriana is gonna go for Cassiopeia. OP, yeah, I don't know. Scaling AP, flat mana regen, flat magic pen, and flat AP. And his masteries are gonna go and be 2109. And we're gonna have No Way For You with his Lee Sin. Gonna be scaling MR, flat AD, and flat armor with 2190. So, anything really interesting about the runes of mastery in your opinion?
No, not really the runes and masteries. I'm quite surprised with Dervs though. That's the second time he runs this, probably the other times as well, that he just goes high into utility, then runs Experience Masteries as well. On an AP mid, not something that's expected. Usually AP mids go 2190 or 2109. With then some flat ability power, magic resist. He chooses to play with Experience Quintessences and goes down into utility tree. That's the only masteries and runes that's not expected. The other ones are quite standard, I think. The Maokai 15 and flat ability power to have the, as you said, the quick rage camp. Warwick going for a lot of armor against Riven, and deep into the defense tree wants to be that heavy bruiser. So
one thing that I think is interesting is that the summoner spells of every row are mirrored. They actually, well, not exactly mirrored, but they have the same summoner spells. Just Lee Sin and Maokai mirrored. Oh,
Yeah.
and Nunu, Alistair have it mirrored. The rest have it on the same slots. No, wait, Orianna and Morgana have it mirrored as well. Oh yeah, wait, we kept forgetting this the entire tournament. Okay, skins. So we've got a Lee Sin skin, an awesome Warwick skin, we've got a Corki skin, and well, I don't count the Alistair skin as a skin because everyone has that. We've got the Nunu bot, really good skin. We've got the Cook Morgana, that's a pretty decent skin, and we've got a Riven skin. So the skin advantage is kind of equal, but there's a legendary skin on LLL, so they have the advantage in skins. And Nunu bot is a pretty awesome skin, so I think they're gonna win the game just based on that. Silence. So they're gonna start off with 2 boots, cloth armor, another boots, probably fairy charm on Nunu. Yeah, they're not going for the 5 boots run-in thing again. Good luck, have fun, you two, within the team. So good at this game.
I'm actually confused by the Riven start though. She starts with Cloud 5 pots, while Warwick, the main damage from Warwick in early game, he won't do that much damage, and his most damage is actually magical. She'll probably want to build that into Rigos or something, but even then, why wouldn't she just start Boots 3 pots?
Yeah, I think boots 3 pots would be better idea. Too, I don't know. Maybe he wants to go extremely defensively.
Or maybe extremely aggressive and wants to reduce the damage he'll take from minions. That's a possibility.
Nice sapling over here. Made sure that he could see them coming when they look to be invading. There's a sapling here as well to make sure that he will know. And his saplings take 35 seconds, so he's a tiny bit late. Actually, he's just in time for to get all the saplings in for doing his raves. He will be able to insta-clear that camp, then run to his blue, which is good for him.
Minions have spawned.
And yeah.
If you're reading chat, one of the enemy CGs typed, "Good luck, have fun," and then the other one of CG replied, "You too."
Yeah.
No clue why that happened. While on raids, Morgana actually pulled the raids, and it made the explosions from my guy actually fail. Also being slower on the golem due to that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, bot lane has wanted to do double golems, but the enemy team, Alistair and Corki, roamed there to make sure they didn't. They killed one golem, the small one already, so my guy will have less experience from that, but it's just a small one, so it doesn't have a lot of effects. While Lee Sin comes bot to gank.
Yeah, so we're gonna see him move in. No, he's not actually gonna move in. He's gonna go for red because he knows he's not. He apparently thinks that he's not gonna be able to do much here anyway, and he knows that Maokai is slowed down a bit, so he kind of wants to go for this red. He's actually gonna go for the big golem though. I don't know if that's the best idea because that's gonna reset it for Maokai. Then again, it's not gonna be in time for Maokai to pick up right after his red anyway, so. He'll be just fine. Actually, there's a target on Lee Sin right now. Apparently they know he's there somehow. Probably moved past the wall opening here, right when the minions came there. And he's kind of in a bad position at the moment. He can't really... doesn't know where everyone is. Alibaba and Funi
That's
are
nice.
looking for it.
He actually pulled it for my guy.
Yeah, but Maokai's not going to be able to get it anyway.
Yep.
Ooh. I mean, Maokai is level 3, and so he does have an advantage over Lee Sin. But I don't know. He is gonna go and gank Reigns. It looks like Reigns might be in a whole lot of trouble here because Maokai and Morgana together have a lot of CC. And here comes the snare. It's gonna be just into the tower range though, so it's not really the best snare. It's gonna do a lot of damage on Reigns though. Reigns is gonna have a lot of catching up to do with his health pots. And Lee Sin just missing his Q, well dodged by Dervs there. And down bottom, Corki being quite aggressive on Funi. Alibaba returning the damage, but in a tiny bit there will be a heal from Alistar, so he will out-sustain that. And Tarzan is actually moving in for the jungle. He's not going to be able to smite into on the... was just so late for the red, and he's going to meet Lee Sin here, but Lee Sin does more damage because he does have a red buff and he is Lee Sin. He's going to snare him though, and he's going to go throw his sapling in. Ooh, that snare of Morgana almost hit him. If it had hit, it would have been a kill for sure, but now she's in a whole lot of trouble. Lee Sin actually jumps after him, 2 flashes as well. Tarzan in a really bad spot. He is going to go down. Youngbuck is going in, but he's probably going to go down too. Actually, he might be able to pick up Reigns. No, he's not going to quite do it, and he might get picked up right here. He's really low health, and Warwick is going to be able to chase that easily. And he is going to walk back in and stun, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He's going to get away. This is going to be really close. He's going to run into the tower right now. Shield doesn't quite help him. Ooh, he almost stunned. If he had hit that stun, that would have been a kill possibly on the Warwick. So in the end that was a 1-for-2 exchange, and one of those 2 was a first blood. So that was definitely worth it for CG. I don't know why Tarzan actually flashed over the wall when Dervs arrived. I don't think that was the best idea.
Don't know either. Meanwhile, top has been pushing the lane from LLL, has been pushing into the tower, so it was a lost experience from LLL as well, as the majority of the minions on the purple side got killed by the majority of the minions on the blue side, and Warwick managed to pick up all that experience. If you look at the levels, level 5, almost level 6 even, against the Riven, who is level 4.5, so she's more than a level behind.
Yeah, that's gonna be really hard to win in that lane. I mean, Youngbuck is a really good player, but I don't know if he's gonna do that too well. If only Warwick was level 6 right there, it's gonna be 1 or 2 more minions, and then he's level 6, and he can go and ult and do all kinds of crazy stuff. So right now, if you look at the CS, Mr. Corki Jelomir has 50 CS, and Ash has 40, so he's 10 behind. Up top, Youngbuck is getting outfarmed by about 7, which is not too much, not really worth noting. Tarzan is going to go for a gank here, but Tarzan, but Reigns sees it coming and walks away. So Morgana actually has a level advantage over Reigns, which is because of his utility tree and experience quints. He is a tiny bit ahead. He's 10 CS ahead as well, but Oriana has 2 kills, so... Oh, there's going to be a gank up top. Youngbuck's getting quite low. Ultimate under the tower. Youngbuck's going to get away though, and here comes the snare from Magai on No Way For You. He's going to be just fine though. Here comes Dervs. Dervs really wants to go and get a kill. I don't know if he's going to be able to though. Lee Sin is going to W to Warwick, and he's going to be just fine. So blue comes up, and they're definitely going to give this to Dervs, or at least he's pinging. Yeah, they're going to pick this up for Dervs, and Dervs is going to be all happy and stuff because he got blue buff. And he might fail getting it. No, he did get it. Yeah, what up?
Yeah, bot lane's losing as well in CS, but that, I think that's to be expected. Corki and Alistar are more aggressive than Ash, who just wants the farm. Nunu just giving the attack speed, some harass, but can't do that much, while Alistar also has a sustain from his heal, quite spammable, while Corki hits 6. Ash close to being 6, but Corki, once he has those missiles, will do a lot of burst damage. And we'll see how that turns out, how that lane is gonna go quite soon if they both if all of them hit level 6.
And actually Triple O is moving in for the blue steel right now. Reigns is moving there, but he's not going to be in time, and it is going to be picked up by Tarzan. Durfs obviously already has a blue buff, so he doesn't really need it. It's 1/4 down, but you know, that's alright. They just really wanted to get the blue buff, make sure they actually got it. And Durfs is going to be aggressed upon by Reigns, but it's not going to be quite enough to kill him. It looks like nice dark binding there. He's going to walk away. He probably would have died if he didn't hit that binding though. But well done by him, and he's going to go and use his health bot and put down a W. He's going to heal quite a bit from that. I don't know if it's going to be enough to stay in lane now. Looks like it is for him anyway. So you know, he's going to go back right now. He just wanted to farm with those 2 waves. So at the moment, up top, the lane is being won by La Cruz, and he's got 43 CS. Well, he's not really winning in CS, but he's just keeping Young Buck low, and that is a major annoyance. And actually, there's going to be an Ash arrow. Is that going to hit? I'm not sure. Oh, he just about misses it. Was really close, and it was all over the map. So that was a pretty good arrow, even though it missed. And actually, Young Buck is going to go aggressive on La Cruz here, but there's so many minions, he can't really do that. Yeah, he's just going to have to... He pulled his ultimate, but it was not really worth it. Maybe a bit of a miscommunication there, because Tarzan walked all the way around instead of just coming through the lane. But there were way too many minions there to really go for it. I bet that La Cruz knew that Maka was close, otherwise he'd have probably ulted her in the minion wave and killed Young Buck.
But I think even meanwhile mid Oriana dies, even at the tower.
I got the death animation.
But I think even if Maka would come and gank, I don't think they can actually take down.
And there's going to be a gank up top. Young Buck getting pretty low. He's going to get ignited, but it's not going to quite be enough. They're going to dive him though. And the Q is going to get hit, and he is going to go down for sure. La Cruz getting that kill. No way for you. Just let him have that kill. Well communicated there. Really didn't want to kill Stu apparently. But in the meantime, Triple L is going to pick up this dragon for free, because even if the enemy team would come, they'd have been in a 2 versus 4, because they did just take down Reigns. Well done by them. But there might be a pickup of top tower here by La Cruz and no way for you, which makes trade almost equal, I think.
But I don't think they actually want to take this tower down so early. Okay, it puts down the global gold advantage, but I mean, Warwick has been dominating Riven in lane, has level advantage, already the chain phase to mitigate a lot of damage, so couldn't be ganked that easy. And now that the tower is down, he's going to give a lot of free farm to Riven. Okay, he can roam. There's an arrow come, by the way, and it misses. But by
Young Buck pops his ultimate, but it's not going to be hitting. Ooh, the Dark Binding almost hits them. Just got a minion in the way though. That was really close, and he's going to ult in. And he's going to break the binding, because No Way For You looks like an easier target, but No Way For You is way too mobile. And there is a range coming right here. They might be able to turn this around, because it is a 3 versus 2 right now. And Young Buck doesn't have his ultimate, nor does Morgana. And actually there comes the Q. Not going to actually go for it. The Warwick ultimate is up though, so they could definitely go for this if they are able to tank the tower, but they're not going to. They're just going to go and retreat. So what were you saying about the tower being down?
Yeah, so now it's not the case, but normally if you take down the tower and you kill the minions and you push the wave, the enemy opponent, like Young Buck in this case, is behind, and he can just freeze the wave near second tower, and there's no way Warwick is going to pressure him there, because it's way too deep into the enemy territory. So it would give Young Buck a lot of free farm while he's behind. So taking the tower that early would give a lot of free farm to an enemy who's behind. If he does not take the tower, he should stay in lane pretty close to the enemy tower, and should be able to be pressured more. So I don't know if taking that tower in exchange for the dragon was actually a good idea if your lane is ahead, as much as it was.
Well, they did even out the global goal. They're actually ahead in global goal now. Actually, it's going to be pretty close. They're getting out farmed on some fronts, but in the end, I don't know. Yeah, you're right about the tower, but apparently they think that it's gonna be worth it. Maybe they want to actually try to get Youngbuck to push and then just gank him all the time because he doesn't have a tower to retreat to. Maybe that's the idea behind it.
Bottom lane some action.
Oh
Ash
yes,
going down.
wow. And Nunu ultimate not hitting anyone.
Yeah, Alistar flashed in Pulverize while Lee Sin was waiting in the bush. And it was just insane burst, not even a chance. The heal was popped from Ashe, but she didn't manage to survive that. She got exhausted as well, I think, from Lee Sin. No, Lee Sin doesn't have an exhaust. Yeah, Alistar exhausted as well. You can see in the cooldowns on the right. So yeah, not a lot of escape moments from Ashe.
And Youngbuck is getting aggressed upon by Lacruz. Lacruz going in quite aggressively, and because he has his E, he can chase pretty well, even though Riven is obviously pretty mobile, and he might be able to go for this. He got Merc threat, so the stun is not actually stopping him that much, and he is going to pick him up for sure. Nice igniter, and that's a nice kill for Lacruz. Durf's going for this. He's going to hit the Dark Binding. Perfect Dark Binding, really well done. Doesn't follow up on it though. That's kind of silly, but it looks cool.
I don't think Morgana has enough sustained damage. She can hit the binding, she can put down a puddle, and then ult, hit the binding again and puddle again. But once she moves close to the wall, we can then Q her some auto attacks, heal up from that. I don't think she's actually capable of taking him down.
Yeah, probably
not with any backup.
Besides, he's got Merc threat, so he's got quite a bit of MR as well. And she only has blasting once, so and 2 Doran's rings, so he's not going to do that much damage. Besides, he doesn't have the AP masteries in the offense tree, so that actually
My guy already has an Oracle, by the way, for a few minutes now, so he's been ward clearing. Apparently, Dragon's going to respawn soon.
And there's going to be some action down bottom. Alistair getting aggressive on, but Yadamar getting free damage on Funi. Here comes Malachi as well. Core damage going really low. Core damage going to go down. And Yalamir is going to go down for sure as well. That's going to be a 2v0 exchange, and Dragon should be up pretty soon. Ooh, almost hit the Dark Binding. He flashed for it. If he had hit it though, that would have been awesome, and they'd have gotten another kill. And they're forming up right now to do something, and he has to look. Ooh, he almost hits the Dark Binding, but Reigns is able to flash out of it. Well flashed by him, but you don't really want to use a flash for just that. Well, you want to use it for just that, but you'd rather keep the flash.
And at bottom lane, where Corki died, he actually tried to Valkyrie over the wall. But it's a thick wall, it's really hard to hit that Valkyrie, it's even hard to hit your Stunner jump over it. And it failed.
And Durfs is going to go down to range right here. Alibaba comes in, and it's not going to do that much damage because he's sport. Reigns is going to be just fine there. Youngbuck is coming in, but so is Lacruz, and Lacruz might be going aggressive on this. No, there's not. But they're going to push this tower down. And Orianna, it almost looked like she spellbound somehow. That's kind of strange. So they're going for Dragon. They're forming up for Dragon right now. It should be spawning within a minute. Yeah, they're definitely forming up for this. And Triple L is also moving in to go for it. Here comes the Dragon. Are they going to be able to do it in time before Triple L can actually react?
I don't think Triple L can contest this. They're gonna be too slow, yeah.
They're way too slow. There's some random ultimate from Riven. Oh wow! That was awesome. That was completely luck, but it looked awesome. Actually, an Ashe arrow coming in. They're gonna go for Yalamir right now. Yalamir getting pretty low, has to run away. Reigns really close to death, but it's gonna get healed by Yalamir. Youngbuck has to flash out. Core damage getting really low. It's gonna probably go down right now. A lot of slow on him. He is gonna go down, and wow, 2 of them got away with like no health. Great heal by Yalamir there. But they are going to be able to pick this tower up pretty much for free. They lost a dragon, but they got a kill in the tower.
Yeah, they probably pick up the second tower as well.
Worth it.
A lot of people have to recall,
so that was definitely worth it. I mean, dragon is fun and stuff, but they got more gold and they got map control. Because the mid towers kind of control a lot of the map. Not only the vision, but also just having minions somewhere for vision and what's it called? And just being able to move here freely because there's no towers there is just such a huge advantage, and that was definitely a good trade for Triple L there. Right now, though, I don't know what CG is doing. They might be checking Baron. Maybe they think that Dragon is Baron is being taken by Triple L, and they're actually gonna go for it. Okay, so they're gonna go and try to go for Dragon, but Triple L is
But
in
they're warded.
position.
So
There's
they
no
should notice the ward and know that the enemy team knows that Triple L knows, and yeah, they're stopping it.
Yeah, and Triple L has their Morgana ultimate back up, so they can definitely fight this. Youngbuck has his ultimate back up. Alibaba has it up. Only the Ash Arrow wasn't up. Otherwise, they'd have killed Reigns for sure there. Ash Arrow is going to be up right now, so they could initiate as soon as someone gets out of position for CG. I think CG should be really happy they didn't get destroyed there. If the Ash Arrow was up, they'd have died for sure.
Yeah, and Oriana actually took a lot of hits from Baron. I think.
And that's a free tower for Triple L. I don't know. That Baron was kind of dumb. I don't know why they did that. I mean, that just cost them a tower. And if Ash Arrow was up, they'd have probably all died. So Triple L is in control of this game right now. They're just pushing around CG in their own jungle at the moment, and they have there's oracles on both teams, but Triple L is using it better. And here comes the Ash Arrow. It's going to be on Lee Sin. Extremely good Orianna ultimate though. Here comes the Nunu ultimate just on Warwick though. Tarzan is going to go down. So is Youngbuck. Well done. Durves is really close to death as well. Lacruz is just destroying Funi at the moment. 1v2. He's not going to be able to quite kill it though. But here comes Reigns, and Reigns is not going to be quite able to pick up Alibaba because he's not in range. Because Alibaba flashed over, he's gonna E, or he's gonna, what is it, W himself right now though, and he's gonna definitely be able to get him. No, not really though. And there comes the speed up on Alistair, well done by him, and there comes Alibaba. Alibaba's gonna definitely go down. Got really close to killing No Way For You though. Was well played by CG there. They sped up Alistair to make sure he could get there, and that was just basically Triple L being really cocky and tower diving. And No Way For You just flashed and W'd away, so that Tarzan and Youngbuck were both under the tower and got a lot of damage from the tower, and that's why they went down so quickly. And then it was just basically cleaning up for CG.
Yeah, but I don't think it was an intended tower dive. Lee Sin got hit by the arrow. Maikai followed up with his W, I don't know the name, it's called Twisted Advance, yeah. And once the animation starts, it actually follows the person wherever he goes. And Lee Sin shielded on an ally near the tower. Maikai followed into the tower, and his team tried to follow up on it, but yeah, it's resulted into a tower dive, which ended up badly for them.
Yeah, I think Lee Sin flashed as well. I think he flash W'd because he went from here. Yeah, you can't see that, but he ran from here near the pirate sign all the way to the outer tower range on the other side. It was a ridiculous amount of distance he covered. So that was well played by him, and they're totally back in this game now. They've actually gotten a 200 gold advantage, and they're gonna pick up Tarzan here right now. Tarzan getting really low. It's gonna flash, but he's gonna go down anyway, and this means it's a 5v4, and they might be in position to Baron right now. Bot lane is pushing towards CG, but I don't think it's gonna really stop them. They're actually gonna go for mid tower right now, and they're gonna pick that up easily, and they might still go for Baron after that if they want to. I mean, I think they could, but apparently they don't think it's a good call. They're gonna go and farm a bit. Just basically chill in. Alibaba is going to go and do pretty much nothing. And Triple L is forming up for an attack right now. They have to wait for Tarzan though, because they can't fight without the tree. And it looks like Yalamer and Core Damage are going bot, and that might mean that Triple L is in position to do Baron, and they're probably going to move to it as soon as they see someone go bot. Then again, Youngbuck was just into base, and they're actually going to move down bottom. It looks like. I'm not sure what they have to do.
I think Dragon's coming up soon, that's why we're grouping bottom.
Yeah, they're just pushing bot back right now. Yeah, here comes Dragon, and Yalamer was recalling, but he's not going to quite recall. And they're going to go for this right now, but they're not in position. Reigns isn't close, Lacruz isn't even close to close. And Triple L is not gonna engage though because they don't know where most of them are. They just saw those three, and now they can see where Reigns and LaCruz were. And there is going to be an Ash Arrow. It's going to hit Orianna, which is a good target to hit, but it's not going to quite be enough because the Orianna ultimate still hits. Morgana Zonia is well done by her. She's going to pick up Reigns, and Alibaba is really close to death. No Way For You is going to go down though. Yalamar is not in position at all. He got to Valkyrie away from the Morgana ultimate. Tarzan is going really low. Alibaba is still supporting there with no health. But they are going to be able to pick up Derfs, most likely. They are going to pick up Derfs, and that was a 2 for 3. And they're going to be able to pick up Dragon right now, so that was definitely worth it for them. They actually also killed a Oracles on both sides. So basically what happened is that Derfs flashed in with his ultimate, and he made sure that Orianna died and that Yalamar was zoned out. Otherwise, CG would have won this convincingly.
Yeah, CG's plan was just to... They actually almost insta-gipped Ashe as soon as she got hit by that Warwick ult. Morgana tried to do the same with her ulti, but Corki managed to Valkyrie away and she killed Orianna instead.
And even though Orianna got caught by the Ash Arrow and the Morgana Dark Bunny and ultimate, she was still able to get her ultimate on the entire enemy team except for Morgana. And that meant that there was so much CC on them and they were all out of position because they were all mingled up. They probably didn't really know where they were either, and that's why they all got picked up. And right now CG saw that Funi was bot, so they immediately went for Baron because they were also in an advantage with a 4v3, even if Funi had walked straight there. So they're actually turning this game around. They were actually losing at some point, but then Triple L in that tower dive threw the game basically. But that was just really well done by No Way For You. That retreat into the tower just made them able to come back into this game, and that last team fight was extremely well played by them. I mean, yeah, the idea of Triple L was a good one, but it didn't quite work for them.
Corki finishes his 24, picks up a pickaxe. Got a lot of gold when he recalled, like 2k and a half. Now down to 109. So yeah, he has done a lot of shopping. Managed to pick up a lot of kills. Fight the Morgana ult.
Well, he didn't actually get a kill. He got only assists.
Oh. Okay then. But yeah, so CG actually killed the Ashe. And for a while it was actually looking good for Triple L team fight, but having the enemy carry alive and not your own carry means a lot in a team fight. Meanwhile, Lee Sin hasn't picked up an Oracle again. My guy has, so Triple L should have.
He has
more
actually
vision.
picked up Oracles, but he didn't pop it yet.
Oh, so
he just
uses
popped
it now.
Man, I'm gonna go pick up these waves. Epic plays
they
here.
should be able to push.
These are the big plays, dude, and they're gonna go for red buff right now. They're doing to Triple L what Triple L was doing to them. They're just pushing them around in their own jungle, and that's not a good position to be in. There is a Baron buff on them, so they can fight easily. You don't really use Baron for the AP it gives, the AP and the AD. You use it mostly for the regen, but still, in a 5-on-5, Baron does help a lot if it's on all 5 of your team members. And yeah, they are going to siege this tower, which is what you should do with Baron because you get a load of regen. And they're going to go for this tower right now. And with the Warwick W, they're going to be able to do that really quickly. There's going to be an initiator. No Way For You in the middle of the enemy team. Maokai comes in and oh, nice damage there. Youngbug really close. Morgana is not going to ult. Now she's going to ult. Finally, way too late. He's Zonya before his ultimate. With Zonya in his ultimate, he'd have definitely destroyed them all. Yalamir is going to pick up someone though. No, he's not. Funi just got away, but they still killed one of them and forced Funi and Tarzan to back off. And they're going to pick up this tower now.
Buff, they can stay here and just regen up while the enemy team has to run to base. They should be able to take that inhibitor, will back off, and then probably defend up and push that lane out. Now that they have an inhibitor down, they can just slowly pressure other lanes while mid keeps on pushing.
Yeah, that was really well done by by CG there. Actually, no one of them died, even though No Way For You was in the middle of the team. I think the biggest problem for Triple L right there was that I think Durf's misclicked or something.
Yeah,
Because
he
he used
Zhonya's
Zhonyad,
before
and
he
he
used
used
ult, yeah.
Zhonya's Hourglass, and then he ulted. And his ultimate didn't even stun. Like, he did damage on everyone. Well, okay. You know, they can live with that. But he didn't stun anyone. So, yeah, if he had hit that Zhonya's properly, they could have probably won that fight because they were under the tower. And if that ultimate had gone off, they'd be in a really good position. But he just got melted as soon as his Zhonya's were over because he couldn't ult anyone. It's really unfortunate for him. So we are going to have to wait a bit for the teams to gather strength again, and Baron buff
Baron
has added
just
now.
ran out. So yeah, it's in on 32 will the new Baron will respawn. Meanwhile, they still have that pressure from inhibitor being down in mid. They will just keep all the lanes pushed. They should be able to easily pick that one up. Probably still be able to pick up the two other turrets. At this moment, no vision from LLL on the map, so they have no clue where CG is at the moment. They might even backdoor this turret.
I'm wondering though who is better late game. I think that CG is actually better late game.
Yeah, I think Warwick outscales Riven late game. Riven
That's
didn't
not
have such
true.
Riven
Riven
didn't have
outscales.
such an early game.
No,
Warwick is-
Riven outscales Warwick for sure. Riven's
does?
late game is freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, but they fill a different role though. I mean,
Yeah,
Warwick
true.
is way more tanky.
But the thing is that Maokai gets outscaled. Corki outscales Ashe hard. Morgana, Orianna, I don't really know. I think Orianna is slightly better late game. I'm not sure though.
I think Orianna is better late game because she can spam her abilities more.
Yeah.
Morgana has higher cooldowns. Her ulti, yeah, doesn't matter much because they both have a long cooldown on their ulti, of course.
Well, the
but
thing
they
is
fill
that
different roles.
Orianna's ultimate can, she doesn't have to run in for her ultimate, that first, and secondly, it's instant. And Morgana takes a while to charge up, so if she gets killed before that or people can run out of it, then her ultimate doesn't actually do anything except for a tiny bit of damage. So I think Orianna's ultimate is actually better, especially late game when people just burst you down if you do something. That's just my opinion. I think that CG is going to win this late game, so they kind of want to drag this out. I think they'll win late game. And yeah, I don't know. Right now,
I'm
Funny
surprised
is again.
there's no Aegis on Alistar from CG. He doesn't even have tier 2 boots at the moment.
And there's going to be an initiate right here, and there's going to be a Alibaba going down. A nice kick from Lee Sin. They wasted a lot of ultimates though. I don't know if all the ultimates were worth it.
But they're gonna do Baron. It
but they're
will
gonna do
respawn
Baron.
in half a minute, so...
Yeah, they're going to do Baron, so that's totally worth it. But I don't know. It looks kind of silly, so many ultimates for a Nunu. And a Nunu supported that. Oh, by the way, Alistar also outscales Nunu. Because
Mainly due to his ult, I guess.
no, it's just mostly that Nunu doesn't do anything. Like, he gives a speed buff and he gives a speed debuff. But that's pretty much all he does, and Alistar gives so much hard CC. And he displaces people and gets an AoE heal.
And
Nunu,
he's tankier.
yeah, and
with
he's
that ult.
tankier as well. All Nunu can do is walk into them, use the ultimate, and then it's like, yeah, okay. And it's not like he's hitting his ultimates harder. They did start Baron, but they can't quite finish it because LLL is there. And they're actually going to engage on Tarzan right now. I don't know if that's the best person to engage upon though. And Jalamir is... Oh, nice ultimate from Morgana. This time he does hit it, and Reigns is going to go down instantly. Youngbuck is going to go for Jalamir. The Jalamir is down. Lee Sin, no way for you, is going to go down. And Warwick is beasting it, but it's not going to be quite enough because there's 4 people bashing on him and he's going to go down. Jalamir actually got away with a nice Valkyrie, but that was a 3 for 5. Or a 3 for 0 exchange, and LLL is going to pick up this Baron, no problem. In the meantime though, it looks like Jalamir and Core Damage are going to try and pick that inhibitor up or take a tower. I don't know what they're going for exactly. Yeah, they're going to try and ninja a tower.
I don't think they'll be managed to do it in time, at least not the inhibitor. Baron has already died. They're already recalling with 3. They might take down the star, but not the inhibitor. If they do, they'll die. That team fight though, Riven managed his own Corki real hard.
Yeah, he did that really well. Well, it's just that this on the Morgana ultimate was actually on them, and that's what we mean with Morgana being so good in team fights. If she hits her ultimate, it's freaking ridiculous.
And Blood Bowl from Nunu makes sure that Ashe catches up with Corki. They tried to go for inhibitor, did a few shots, and it cost them the Corki. Now Triple L inhibitor has respawned. They have Baron, so they should be able to take the controlling lead, even though they're 4k behind. That Baron buff means a lot, and they should be able to even this disadvantage they have.
Yeah, I think they're in a pretty good position right now. They are behind a bit, but they're not really using the fact that Corki's down though. I don't know, they're pushing down the side lanes. I don't know if that's really worth it now. I think they should have just pushed mid, but I don't know. Maybe they have a plan. Funi is going to go and push bot even harder though. Yeah, that outer tower down bottom is still not down, so he really wants to make sure the lane pushes all the way to it. And they're going to push the top lane as well. And after that they're probably going to siege mid. And if your side lanes are pushing, that means that at some point someone is going to have to go to the side lane of the enemy team. And that means you're playing a 5v4 in mid. So that's what their plan is. They're going to move for mid right now. Or at least they should. Come on guys, you can do it. Why is Tarzan going back?
Meanwhile, Red being picked up by Corki.
Okay, Tarzan got a cloth armor. I guess that's worth it. And Alibaba's sticking with him so that he can block all. And they'll be faster. We're actually gonna initiate on the Cruz here, but it's Warwick, so he's not really gonna go down or anything. Ooh, that was not worth the flash, Ashe. I don't know why you did that. Hey, that rhymed. Ultimate from Youngbuck down as well, and an arrow used. Wow, they used a lot of ultis on that. And it's a Warwick. You don't kill Warwick. That's not how the game works. I don't know.
Yeah, and you saw the same mistake from CG during the last team fight. They initiated on Maika, which is really tanky champion. Already has the Aegis, some HP from Heart of Gold and Shurelias, then the Chain Vest. I don't know if you actually picked that up right now. But still, he's tanky. He's just a tanky character in general, together with his ulti. He's not the right person to target.
Yeah, someone in chat is actually saying that Ashe's late game is crazy. Actually, Ashe does one of the least damages of all AD carries. Actually, I'm pretty sure she does the least damage of all AD carries late game.
Yeah, the main problem is that she has
Except
no
for maybe
steroids.
Teemo.
But I think she still outscales Corki though. Corki has a lot
Nah.
of damage from his spells, which few of only scale with AD. And he has a different build. He has Trinity Force build, which does not scale well into the late game. Ashe already having the Quicksilver chest to stop any initiation from Warwick ult onto her.
The thing is, Corki's auto attacks do true damage based on his damage.
Yeah, 10%, I know.
So he scales really well late game. And
Yeah,
Ashe
but
like
still, that Ashe initiation with that arrow really means a lot in this game.
yeah, and her slow
and I
is
think
pretty
her
ridiculous as
itemization
well.
in general is stronger than Corki's. She also has more farm, more kills, less assists of course because she picked up more kills. And she actually itemized better. She has a Quicksilver Sash against the Warwick. She has a Phantom Dancer and the Last Whisper. Corki, just having that Trinity Force, picked up a pickaxe, probably going for the Last Whisper now.
Yeah,
and
in
an
this
Infinity
this
Edge.
game I'd say that Ashe
But-
is outscaling him, but like in general, Corki outscales Ashe because he does more damage late game.
Yeah, true
Um,
damage is really strong in this game.
Yeah, it's ridiculously strong. But yeah, Ashe's slow is just really good. It's kind of situational, but purely looking at damage, Corki outscales her. And Baron buff is now down, and they picked up nothing.
No, they didn't even pick up Dragon.
Yeah.
Lee Sin didn't pick up another Oracle, by the way. This time I'm right, I checked his inventory. He just has the gold for it, so he probably didn't have the gold for it before. So neither of them on their team has Oracle, while my guy hasn't died, still has his.
But why didn't they do anything? Like they pushed side lanes, that's all they did. I don't know.
I think they're just feeling that they're not strong enough yet, that they just want to farm up and believe that they have a stronger late game, that they can take
Well,
it.
that's the thing is, Riven's late game is so ridiculous that they might just be able to win this in late game. I mean, I think overall the late game of CG is better, but Riven's late game is so ridiculous. She can 1v5 late game, like it's just dumb. Unless it's like an AD carry that can get 3 shots on her, she's gonna destroy anyone. It's just
1v5 is
no
a bit.
chance. Yeah, maybe 1v5 is a
hyper-
bit over us, but a little bit exaggerated. But she does ridiculous amounts of damage, and she gets really tanky as well. But her damage is just insane.
I think it's gonna come down to positioning and itemization, or someone making a mistake.
Making a mistake.
Now I'm having your problems.
Yeah.
Making a mistake and then
Talking is
just
so hard, dude.
being out of position, being caught with an edge arrow, lots of chain CC on him, and then he will fall down, resulting in a 4 versus 5 and a Baron pickup or something.
Yeah, but the map control is going to play a part too, because at the moment bot tower is getting pushed. I mean, well, okay, it's not going to get pushed down, but if it keeps doing that, at some point, CG, as they are doing now, have to split up, and they have to go and push the side lanes back.
Yeah, and Alistair picked up the Oracle, by the way. He just cleared Baron from wards. It's not up for like a minute and a half, so they're not setting up for it yet. They can push back bottom, but it seems that Cork is going to pick up that farm.
So at the moment it looks like Warwick is going for a Atmos, I guess, or a Guardian Angel. Either one is just really good on him because he gets ridiculously tanky with it. The only item I'm missing on him is what's it called? Yeah, well, Guardian and Ionic Spark.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen though.
Or
They
Force of
did
Nature.
finally-
Force of Nature
They
is
did
also really
finally
good.
pick up the Aegis.
They've
took them
had that for a while.
Warwick has?
Yeah,
Really?
Warwick got it for a while now. He got it before the last team fight.
No, I don't think he had it during the Baron fight where they initiated my guy.
No, they didn't have it in that one. Yeah, okay, they didn't have it then. But that's like 10 minutes ago. That was
I'm
at
living
like
in the past.
32.
Living in the past.
That's 8 minutes
Baron
ago, so
just
he's had
now-
it for a
we're
while
gonna see a
now.
lot of poke going on. At the moment, LLL has the advantage, has a position advantage. Some wars going down, but that's gonna be cleared up. Both teams have an Oracle.
Yeah, they're just trying to poke at each other, but the thing is that there's actual sustain on the side of CG. And there's going to be a red buff pick up by Corky right now, which means he can also slow, just like Ashe. Ashe is a Guardian Angel though, so she's got 2 defensive items, which you usually don't see on AD carries. But he's doing it. He's got low lifesteal. What? Okay, wait, where's the lifesteal? Oh wait, there's a 6 Herald on Alistair, that's why he doesn't have lifesteal. Okay, he can afford to do that because Alistair, or Nuno has it. Here comes the initiate though. Durf's getting really low. He's gonna ulti. It's not gonna really happen though because he didn't get it on range nor on Yellowmere. He's gonna be in a really bad position right now. Youngbuck is manhandling them. Holy damn it, that's a lot of damage. As I said, look at that. It's ridiculous. Like, wow. Okay, nice rocket. Nice rocket. So that was 2 for 2, but Funi and Youngbuck were doing so much damage. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, Morgana actually managed to zone both Orianna and Corky, so the main DPS from CG was not present in team fights, while Ashe could just freely hit Lee Sin and Warwick, having the protection from other 4 members, my guy Riven then finally going aggressive once Lee Sin and Warwick died, and as you saw, they're gonna try to pick up Baron now, but they're gonna notice that Riven's on her way.
And
Orianna
that's a
almost
very
dying.
dead Orianna.
Yeah, she's dead.
Bad call. Bad call. That looked pretty cool actually. Hello, sword. You're dead. But yeah, look at Youngbuck. He's so tanky. There's so much damage. It's not fun to play against.
He's probably... What is he building? Is he building a Sunfire Cape?
Could be, or it's like an Atmos and something tanky, like a Frozen Mallet or something. I don't know. And they are going to go for Baron right now. It's going to be 30 seconds for Orianna, so they have ample time to do that. They are going to go and start on it right now. Youngbuck, Tarzan, and Durf's going to be able to do a lot on that. And here come Funi and Alibaba. And I don't think that CG can do anything about it. He's just
No, they're in no position. They can just try to steal, but they should be able to properly smite it.
yeah, they do easily
can't
get
steal
that,
it.
and
They
there
lose
goes no
this
way
if
for
it's
you.
this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Smite miss, no way for you down.
they should be able to push down mid this time. Lee Sin being dead for another 50 seconds, 43 minutes into the game, long time. Just picked up Baron, still high HP. Having all ultis except Riven and Ashe. Riven used it to kill Orianna earlier, and Ashe just used it to stop Lee Sin from escaping again with his W.
I have to check something. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say they should have Shroyad in the minions, but it only works on champions. Ah well. I know that Sona's E works on champions or on minions though, so people walk back with Sona to make sure the minions go faster. Anyway, that's gonna be a dead inhibitor, and they've actually got the map control advantage now that they've finally got an inhibitor. And bot lane is pushing pretty hard already, as is top lane, so this is going to be a massive advantage for them. All the lanes are going to be pushing really hard, and it's going to be
They'll
interesting
pick
to
up
see.
Dragon, probably go back. They all have a lot of gold. Riven has 2k. We'll be able to finish whatever item she's actually building. My guy 1000 actually being the lowest, but the rest 1500. Lots more gold. And if it just stays in your bank and not spent on items, it's wasted gold. So yeah, they're going back, picking up that gold, picking up those items, and then probably pushing one of the lanes.
I was right, it's an Atlas Impaler.
So it is an Atlas.
Yeah, that's a lot of AD actually. That's 100 extra AD. Because I looked at his AD multiple times before, and it went up by 100. Well, actually by 90.
So 2% maximum health, and she has, yeah, okay. That should be around 60 though.
I don't know, looks like 90.
Well, she has 2,830 and 2% is less than 60, so.
Yeah, but he started with 279 in the last team
Yeah,
fight.
she
Oh wait,
has
Baron.
a passive. And she has a passive that gives bonus AD based on already. Oh, that's her ulti, right?
No, it doesn't. That doesn't work on her.
Okay. Yeah,
her
that doesn't
AD.
work on the tooltip.
But yeah, she gets 20% extra AD when she turns on her ultimate, which is quite a ridiculous amount because it's 76, I think it was. Yeah. And actually,
CG
there's going to be a
pushing
base race, sort of.
No, they're not
and
base racing.
CG is going to go for it,
Is
but
gonna
Triple L's.
defend this, but I don't know if they're gonna be on time. Yeah, they are. CG being back. Realize they've been spotted, and both of their lanes are being pushed. If this turns out bad, they're gonna lose the fight, and they're gonna lose the game, and they don't want that to happen. I think if either of the teams at this moment loses a team fight, a full team fight, it's gonna be game over. 46 minutes into the game, it's gonna be a minute dead timer.
Yeah,
and
if a team
both
gets
inhibitors
ace,
have
they've
been
lost.
exposed, so it's going to be quite defensive game. Triple L, of course, has the Baron as benefit, is able to push lanes that are...
And wow, nice arrow, blind arrow there, and that actually hit. Dark Binding just not hitting. Wow, nice flash by Lacroix. If he was binded, he'd have died for sure. Well, not for sure, I mean, it is still Warwick, but he'd have been in a whole lot of trouble, and they're going to pick up this tower for free though. And they're going to continue sieging. Baron buff is almost done though. It's going to have like 10 seconds on it. Maybe 20. Nah, it's going to be done.
But for the first time in a long while, Triple L are ahead in gold. Only 2k 200, but it's better than being behind 6 gold. So with those 2 Baron pickups, consecutive Baron pickups, they actually managed to get a lead. This time actually doing stuff with their Baron, picking up dragons, picking up towers everywhere, hitting a Dark Binding on Warwick. Doing a lot of harass, even though their Baron buff already expired. They can keep pressure up on this because top lane is pushing and mid will automatically push with that inhibitor down.
So at the moment I'm looking at Ashe. Ashe has 1800 gold, which she can't really use unless she sells her boots for a Phantom Dancer. They're gonna take down this tower, most likely. Yeah, there goes the tower. No, still not. Okay, and here comes the ultimate on Funi. There's going to be an initiate, and nice Orianna ultimate gets all of them. Morgana ultimate zones out Yalamir again and stuns the Orianna. Orianna goes down almost immediately. Youngbuck is going to go for Yalamir. The Cruz is going to go down, and Yalamir in all sorts of trouble. He's down for sure. Gore damage is going to go down as well. Shreyas goes down, and only Lee Sin left. He's not going to be able to stop this from happening, and that's GG right there, as you predicted. The team that won that team fight was going to win the game, and they are going to win this game right now. They're going for the Nexus, and I'm hoping for a double explosion myself. So yeah, I don't know. I think the Maokai ultimate pretty much won them the game because there was so much AoE. Oh wow, so much damage reduced by it. Nice bull dive there, and that's the GG right there. Well played by both teams. And someone's just a big Joey fan here, fan of Mr. Youngbuck. And yeah. Okay, so I don't know, I think that Maokai really helped them a lot with his ultimate, and then just Youngbuck and Funi, the two of them were doing so much damage, it was ridiculous, and Durfs was really zoning them out of fights. He was zoning Reigns and Yalamir out of fights or killing them every single fight, and I think that's basically what won them the game. It's just that they were able to do way more damage. But it was well played by both teams. Really good game, and I'm definitely going to upload this. So,
and Triple L also being more tanky than CG means a lot in this game. Ash actually picked up the Quicksilver Shadows and the Guardian Angel, while Corki only has a Chain Vest. Because he actually had to eventually, but besides the Trinity Force, which gives extra HP, not a single defensive item.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna have to say thanks for watching, everyone that's watching the video. We will see you later.